In this video, I'm going to show you how to use OSG libraries that you would have installed and downloaded in the last video that I created. This will show you how to create a Visual Studio 2010 project using those OSG or Open Scene Graph libraries. So first thing we need to do is open up Visual Studio, and we'll create a new project, and we'll just call it OSG test app. You can put it anywhere you want in the folder. We're going to create an empty project, and we need to have some source code. Well, we don't have to put some source code in, but let's do that. So I'm going to take, this is a OSG application, just some source code, and I'm going to stick it into our test app folder that we just created, and I'm going to add the source file. So there's the source code that we're going to be compiling. So we have to start creating or adding the additional directories that we need so that our application can find the OSG libraries. So if we go down to C/C++ under General, we see additional include directories, and we add $OSG _ root include, and that variable name you should know from the last video that we did. And the linker needs to know where some stuff is too. So under linker general, we see additional library directory, and we add OSG root /lib. Let's just double check that it's lib and not library. So I'm going to go to my OSG installation folder, and yes, it is lib, and there's the include directory as well, so we're in good shape. We also need to indicate additional dependencies to which libraries we're going to add. And these libraries are found, if I go back to my root folder, all in the lib directory. All of these libraries can be used with in our OSG application. We're only going to use a subset. And one thing to note is we are in the debug configuration, and so that's what I'm showing you is for the debug. The release is very similar, and I'll explain the slight difference in a second here. So we need to add some libraries. So we could go through this folder and pick the ones we want, but I have conveniently just placed a few here. And what I want you to notice is the library, when we're in the debug configuration, always has a D before the .lib. So OSG, which is the main library, and then D.lib for debug. And the other ones here as well. We're using the debug flavor or version. So I'll just copy those and I'll paste them right into here. So there's our libraries. And with that, notice our errors actually have gone away already. We should be able to build our app. It's that simple. If you wanted to build the release configuration, it's exactly the same, except when you add the libraries, they're not going to have that D before the .lib. I typically stay in the debug because I like to debug the code while I'm writing it. So I think that's all I need for now. And if I hit the build and start debugging, now, one thing I notice about OSG is, and Visual Studio, is it takes a few seconds to build, even on a very short program. And there's our OSG file. So in this particular application, all we did is load a file in. But nonetheless, that shows you how we can build an OSG app I call the Hello app or Hello World app, just to get started.